That's just how it is. This was so much fun. Ooh, wow. Isn't that great? Welcome to the studio. Today, we're going to see how to take and prepare the photos we're going to use and make them perfect for photo transfer. And of course, I will show you how I actually use my photos in my photo transfer process. So you're getting the insider view. So you're welcome. Also, we'll see 3 different ways to prepare the surface we're transferring onto, so it works better for a photo transfer. Basically, we're going to make it so easy for ourselves to create great photo transfers. Okay, so let's start. Let's see how it works. So first, let's quickly see how to take and select the photos we're going to use for our photo transfer. Or actually, let's see how I do it. And I'll show you how.
So for example, let's see how we can take good travel or on-location pictures. So let's say I'm in Hollywood and I decide to take a few photos. And since I'm taking my photos with the photo transfer idea in mind, I'm going to make sure my photos are clear and simple. Just like this. And I think I really like this one.
And just a side note, you don't need to be a great photographer, you don't need to have any training, you can just do it. Anybody can do it. Even I can do it.
Let's open our photo in a photo editor. And you can use any editor you have, even on your phone. I like to use GIMP. It's free and it works across platforms. So you can just download it and start using it right away. Okay, so next we need to turn a photo into black and white. And since our photo is a little flat, we're going to add some brightness and contrast.
This is, in my opinion, one of the most important steps in the process. There is a chapter in my book that explains this process, exactly how to do it, step by step. And if you already have the book, it's on page 161. Thank you. Sorry about the self-promotion.
And now our photo is ready to be printed using a laser printer on standard printer paper.
Now let me quickly show you how I use this photo in my process.
So this is a photo we're going to transfer today, and for demo purposes, I'm going to transfer it onto my journal.
There are obviously many ways to transfer inkjet or laser photos using different mediums and different processes, but today we're going to do our photo transfer with a gel plate. And if you never used a gel plate, I think you might like it. And maybe you should give it a try. It's always a good idea to try something new and see if you like it. I think you might like it.
For this transfer, I'm going to use 3 different color acrylic paints, but if you're a beginner, it's a good idea to start with one dark color. Spread the paint evenly on the plate using a brayer. Then place your photo face down onto the wet paint and press it a little with your hands. And now we have a good impression of the photo on the plate. So all we need to do now is flip the plate over and press it down onto the sketchbook. I also like to use a clean brayer to add more pressure. And now our photo is transferred to the sketchbook page. And here is another example for photo transfer with the same photo. And before we go on, I just wanted to mention that gel printing your own photos is not a difficult process to do, but just like learning any other new skill, you need to give yourself time to experiment with the new process, and definitely be patient with yourself and don't get discouraged if at first it doesn't work the way you envisioned it. And once you figure out the process, it's quite straightforward and simple to do.
Now let's see how to prime and prepare the surface for photo transfer. Whether you're using wood or canvas or even paper, sometimes it's a good idea to prime the surface, or else the photo transfer won't come out clear and nice. So now let me show you my 3 favorite ways to prepare and prime the surface for image transfer.
I like using this sketchbook, but the pages are rough, so they don't work so great for photo transfer. So let's see how we can prime these pages. Of course, the most common way to prime anything is using gesso. By the way, if you want to make your own homemade gesso, check out this video. I will link to it in the description below. Also, below this video, there are links to all the supplies I'm using today. Okay, I guess here I'm priming another sketchbook that has gray tone pages. And for a better image transfer, I usually like to put 2 coats. And now I'm going to transfer this photo. It worked great, and here is another photo I transferred over gesso, which I really like the way it looks. Okay, second method of priming for better photo transfer is using white acrylic paint. To be honest, I'm not so crazy about the chalky finish that gesso has, so usually I prefer to prime my pages with white paint. And here is an example of photo transfer over white paint. It feels much smoother than the gesso, and I quite like it. And the last method I like to use for priming pages is a little unusual. I actually use a page from an old book. I try to recycle pages from an old textbook or any other book that is outdated and have no other use. So you can use matte medium or any other acid-free glue, and basically glue the book page over the journal page. And when you use the book page in the background, it creates a very nice effect behind the photo transfer. Like you can see here, where I used the page from this architecture textbook. So I simply carefully tear out a page I like, and I cover my journal page with the matte medium. I like to use an old card or a clean brayer to smooth the page down and prevent it from wrinkling. When it's dry, I like painting over it in order to create colorful background for the photo transfer.
This was so much fun. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if it was useful to you in any way. I hope so. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Different something surfaces we're gonna transfer onto so they work better for photo transfer. I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me. I have no clue what I'm saying. I think so. And if you never used a gel plate, or else the photo transfer won't come out clear and nice.
think I'm ready now. So let's get started.